Hello, and welcome to the Bel-E Scratch podcast. I'm your host, Bel-E.
And I am your co-host, Scratch.
And today, a lot has happened.
Yes.
We had a technical issue on the editor's end. They updated the software when you didn't want them to.
I didn't want it.
You didn't want to.
No.
No, they were like, if you want to renew your subscription to us, you have to update your hardware, shithead, and then forced you into it.
Yeah.
So that's what knocked us out for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And then I had to, then they sent me another update that apparently had the bugs worked out.
And then that's when it worked.
I don't know.
Fucking interns.
Nerds.
So, but that was probably for the best because it gave us enough of a break so where we could sit down and look at the charts.
It did.
And I think not to toot our own horn, but I think we're
better now than we were.
Correct. That's a good
progress.
way. Yeah, let's say that.
Progress.
You know, for the sake of brevity, let's say that.
Brevity.
So we definitely worked out a bunch of kinks in terms of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know, once we get this wagon rattling and rolling.
I did realize something.
How so?
I used to say that the market makes 2 steps forward and 1 step back.
Yeah.
Actually, the market makes 3 steps forward and 2 steps back.
What is the difference?
Well, it goes further.
It goes further before it drops.
Before it retraces.
I see.
Yeah, but it still retraces.
Yeah, it still retraces. So
yeah,
there you go. All right.
That's it, folks.
Yeah, whatever. I will tell you this. Something I've definitely been looking forward to talking about on the podcast.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah, I bet you do. I finally did it. I finally went to the theater and I saw Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness.
Doctor Strange 2.
And you know what?
I haven't got the slightest idea.
That was the best fucking Marvel movie I've seen in years.
Oh. In years.
Years. Here's the thing. I kind of fell off the map after.
Excuse me.
I kind of fell off the Marvel multiverse map a little bit after the Avengers 2 Age of Ultron movie because what had happened was before that movie specifically. Well, before. I guess kind of during the production of the first Avengers movie, they were doing, obviously the Disney was hot shit with Marvel and was just licensing out video games, TVs, and movies out the ass. So ass.
Right.
And so, we got a bunch of spin-offs and segues and extra movies, which is fine until I saw Avengers 2 Age of Ultron, where during the climax of that movie, spoiler alert, in case you so happen to have not seen it, in the first Avengers movie, the helicarrier gets destroyed. Like, that bitch crashes.
Okay.
And it's gone.
Uh-huh.
So, here's the thing. The scope of having to rebuild that damn thing is probably astronomical and could probably bankrupt 3 medium-sized countries.
At least.
At the very minimum. Let's lowball it and say 3 medium-sized countries.
But not Canada.
Yeah, exactly. Not Canada, somehow.
They don't have a defense budget.
No, they do. They have Hicks. They got Wayne and Shorzy. Actually, they got Shorzy.
The United States is their defense.
I know that. So, basically, in the climax of the second Avengers movie, all of a sudden, a brand spanking new helicarrier comes rising out of the clouds to go and help the superheroes.
Woo!
And I was in the movie theater just shocked. Not good shocked. Like, what the fuck is that shocked? I was like, wait, there was no foreshadowing. There was no throwaway line of dialogue. No one went up to Colonel Fury and be like, oh, hey, sir, Helicarrier 2 ready to go? And he's like, fucking private, get out of here, or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
And then Helicarrier number 2 shows up for the cavalry to save the day. Turns out, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they show them rebuilding the Helicarrier on the TV show, which I never watched, still haven't watched.
No.
And then something else similar happened with Agent Carter. That was an actual TV show, which I think got canceled after 1 or 2 seasons, can't remember. So, same thing with Agent Carter. And then shit like that started to happen in those Marvel movies. And then it just
you had to watch all these side...
You had to watch all the side shit in order to understand the primary plot. It's like if you watched, I don't know, if for some reason in one of the latest Avenger movies, like say part 1 or 2, when they're teleporting everybody in from the multiverse, let's just say you're watching Avengers 2, you didn't watch any extra shit, and then all of a sudden in Avengers Endgame, the fucking X-Men just teleport out of nowhere. They were never talked about. We don't know who those people are technically. And then Odin from a different universe shows up. He's got like 12 daughters in this universe or something like that. And it's like, wait, where is all this come from? Who are you people? You know?
Right.
And that's kind of around the time I fell off the wagon. Because I was just looking at it going, first of all, I refuse to pay Disney any money for legal reasons. That is a joke.
Legal reason, that is a joke.
And 2, I'm not putting in the effort. I'm not a comic book nerd. I'm manga nerd. And in manga, they typically don't do that.
Snob. No, I got you.
It's not something I turn up. But here's the thing. Logically, and you're more of a comic book guy than I probably ever will be. You used to be. Isn't it a pretty common trope to have like 2 or more comic book heroes team up for like a big overarching storyline?
I mean, when I was a kid, you loved that kind of stuff.
But that's what I mean. That's kind of what the movies have done, is they're creating this comic book overarching connectiveness.
Right. I mean,
which is fine.
They're always going to cast the biggest net.
Yeah, which is fine.
So after they've covered the basics like the X-Men,
the Captain America, Spider-Man, then they give the extras.
The original Avenger team. You know, then they're going to...
Yeah, then they're going to give all the money to the extra people.
The extra add-ons and combinations that were the most popular.
Sure.
Like, people have waited to see
an Avengers movie.
Well,
I'm
talking about things like combat between Thor and the Hulk.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was fun to watch.
That was a big deal.
Fucking deal
in the comics.
Oh yeah.
And it had a lot of fans. People wanted to see that.
Yeah, they wanted to see Hulk and Thor beat the shit out of each other.
They wanted
That's
to
fine.
see someone who resembled a human being be able to handle the Hulk.
Exactly. And it just so happens to be Thor.
Just happens to be Thor.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who I think, other than like Hulkbuster, that's basically it. For the most part, I don't know.
That's my understanding.
Yeah, then there's always gonna be that one asshole who's like, Black Note of the 4th and 5th dimension could put the Hulk in the pretzel. It's like, shut up, Winson. Or whatever the fuck your name is.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's true.
I hate those people. But basically, that's kind of where I dropped off the map. And you know what? I'm actually kind of happy that... I'm actually kind of happy that this set of circumstances, because when I first heard about it, it didn't make any sense per se, and then I see this movie I'm about to talk about, and I'm like, you know what, if they had to bring Sam Raimi to direct one movie, that was it.
Right.
Because here's the thing, Doctor Strange is not... in the A-team lineup of Marvel heroes.
That's correct. That is correct.
maybe B team,
If
maybe
Benedict
C.
Cumberbatch didn't exist,
yeah, they would not have fucking. They probably would not care about Dr.
I can't imagine another actor that
who looks exactly like Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch was probably born to play, because he's too weird looking on his own, but when you get him dressed as Doctor Strange, and all of a sudden, oh my god, he looks exactly like him. Yeah, yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So holy shit.
I mean, you have people like Hugh Jackman that did Wolverine.
You got he's got the Robert Downey Jr.
I'm gonna tell you who would have been perfect back in the day.
For who?
For Wolverine.
Who?
Fucking Mel Gibson. After a session, short and cocky. After spending a couple of months bulking up in a weight room.
Yeah, you're right. Mel Brooks could have done it.
I mean, Mel Gibson.
Or sorry, Mel Gibson. Yeah, Mel Gibson could have done it.
Oh, it would have been beautiful.
If they made Marvel superhero movies in the 80s, Mel Gibson would have been Wolverine.
Okay.
He would have been a fucking
love him or hate him, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. No, you got to deny. He was a powerhouse when he was...
When it came to
just some,
I loved how they said when he showed up for the...
Mad Max?
For the Mad Max.
God.
He'd gotten into a brawl the night before, and he came in there with a black eye. He was all beat up.
Yeah. They thought it was a bit.
They thought it was a bit. They thought he was wearing makeup. No, he'd actually got into a bar brawl the night
fucking
before.
Australians.
It was all beat up and bruised up. Yeah, Australians. Just look at the original Mad Max movie and the stunts in it. It's a wonder they didn't kill like half the film crew.
I know.
Because you can
Holy
tell.
Shit, yeah, was real.
You can tell that it was quote unquote staged, but there's a lot of that stuff. It's really dangerous shit.
Look. It is firmly established that Mad Max is the Citizen Kane of Aussiesploitation.
Oh, absolutely.
It is a well-known fact. So, of course, those stunts are going to look like, oh, shit, you actually blew that guy up.
You're not going to see Benedict Cumberbatch behind the wheel of a Mustang with a supercharger on it, flipping it on a road.
No, he's not that guy.
He's not that guy.
He's just not.
I'm not taking anything away from him.
No, he's just not that guy.
He's not that guy, yeah.
Jared Queso's that guy.
He is.
Make Jared Queso Wolverine.
We can't talk about him.
That's fine.
Not
We'll
right
save
now,
it for later.
It'll dominate the episode.
That's fine. Let's save it for later. Then I know. I get it. I haven't seen Shoresy. Chill. All right.
Say it.
It's fine. We'll talk about it next time.
Gigantic talent.
Shit. Yeah, you're right.
Gigantic.
So Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Okay, so Doctor Strange is definitely not an A-team Marvel superhero. He's probably B, maybe C tier, depending on who you are and where you live in the world.
It's more of the art. It's kind of like a Ghost Rider.
Yeah, same
the stories for Ghost Rider were
but the
art was fantastic.
Similar with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, similar with Doctor Strange.
But I guess that kind of tracks, because sometimes when he's introduced to something's just a tad off, I think it's just because we've been so used to, in the Marvel movies, we're just so used to science and technology leading the way, at least up until Thor, the first Thor, where magic and mysticism was introduced in some way, form, or fashion. And he had to fucking explain, where I come from, magic and science are one and the same. I guess to make, further down the line, when they start introducing characters that have magic and magical ability and basically can operate by the laws of bullshit. Let's be fair. That's kind of the one drawback to magic is, unless you define it very well, you can just have, the Deus Ex Machina in your back pocket. See? But anyway, I'll get into that. So, I am happy that they let Sam Raimi direct a Doctor Strange movie.
It needed a breath of fresh air.
Oh my god, and what a breath of fresh air it fucking was.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh my god, I would take you to see it this week if you so chose. No. You don't understand. Holy shit. Oh my god. Here's what happens, okay? Because here's...
Spoiler alert.
Big spoiler alert. And I'm not going to talk about it too terribly much because you need to see it too.
Okay.
Faux show. So, Sam Raimi would never have been able to touch, say, Spider-Man or the X-Men with a 10-foot pole. But I think because Doctor Strange is not a well-known hero, like, he's not a big fan favorite with the kiddies.
Right.
So they let a director who's got a rougher edge to him handle a lesser favorite, so he got more creative freedom.
Oh yeah.
That's how Doctor Strange 2 feels like. It feels like they let Sam Raimi, with the exception of, you got
okay, that makes sense.
Without going to an R rating, they let Sam Raimi have his creative freedom.
Okay.
Seriously.
And you can do it with that character.
And because it's not because here's the thing, if Sam Raimi directed Spider-Man, the guy that directed Evil Dead 1 and 2 and Army of Darkness, directing Spider-Man, you see what I mean?
Yeah,
but Doctor Strange, it fits.
Yeah.
Because it's the guy behind.
He's got a lot of license to do a lot of different things.
Yes, he's the Evil Dead guy, and that's basically just black. Technically, Evil Dead is about, black magic, so it kind of goes hand in hand with Doctor Strange because that's magical.
Right.
So, and I am so happy that this movie exists. Is it a masterpiece? No! Is it my favorite Marvel movie of all time? Yes.
Really?
With the exception of the Sam Raimi original trilogy, even the third one. I love the third one because it's just so campy. I love it.
It's not Marvel, though.
Yeah, but that is still Spider-Man. But if you're talking about... And plus, since because of Spider-Man No Way Home, now the Sam Raimi trilogy is now canonically Marvel in some form or fashion. So that technically counts either. But if you're counting just strictly Marvel property, doesn't have anything to do with Sony or anybody else,
right.
Doctor Strange 2 kicks the shit out of every other movie, TV show, property, everything.
Oh, cool.
Because it's my favorite director. One of my favorite directors. Because, oh my god. Doctor Strange 2 is the closest you and I are ever gonna get to having Disney create a horror movie.
Really?
Yes. That is the closest
a horror movie.
A horror movie.
Not horrible.
No.
Disney's created many horrible movies.
No, we talking horror.
Oh my god, that's horrible. I can't believe I paid money to see that. Yeah.
Now, Doctor Strange 2 is not a horror movie. That's not the genre it's in. But it is horrifying.
All right.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so the reason, if the story had been tightened up some more, I would say it was probably the best movie that they put out.
All right.
But essentially what is the overall plot is that there's this MacGuffin child, this little girl who has the ability to teleport between the multiverse, and no one else can do that. She can completely break timelines and go somewhere else. She doesn't know how to control her powers, so there's the crux of the whole thing. She keeps meeting Doctor Strange across the multiverse.
Now, does he realize this?
What the movie says is, basically, the movie says that anytime one of your infinite selves goes to sleep and has a dream of themselves in a different situation, that is you in a different multiverse timeline thingamajig.
Sounds awful Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it is very Rick and Morty with a spiritual aspect to it, but that's how they justify stuff like that, is hey, this dream, I died. Oh yeah, you actually did die in that timeline. Sucks to be you, man!
Awesome.
Yeah, that's how they justify it. That's how they justify it.
Okay, sure.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's used very well. Honestly, the plot is the weakest surrounding the MacGuffin child. Not for any discernible reason, but maybe because of my lack of comic book knowledge, and also I'm trying to determine whether this kid... Here's the thing.
You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything.
No, I'm just trying to figure out, like... Is this kid like an actual comic book character with these specifications that I saw in the movie? Or is this some sort of token forced diversity bullshit? Like, is any of this going to get edited out when it gets shipped over to the East, if you catch my meaning?
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Probably.
Because my thing is, look, if this is genuine, if this character is genuine and how they're presented and in their backstory, that's fine. If that's just how they naturally are. But if this is like something you're definitely...
Do they have these attributes because it's a Tuesday in 2022?
Correct. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So that's kind of the main draw with it. A lot of it is just... this character doesn't really fit in with the rest of the multiverse if you think about it, but they're from a different multiverse, so if you don't not think about it, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah. If you don't think about it, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that people are... Yeah, I know. So there's some weak plot points here and there where it's like, this feels like it could have been tightened up a certain way or explained a different way, but then the whole thing of, wait, it's a different universe. Maybe that's how they say the thing, you know what I mean?
Oh,
or do the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So... I don't know, maybe...
Oh, that's perfect.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, because they get away with presenting certain material...
Yeah, exactly.
...based under the guise of it's a different planet.
Yeah,
or
basically.
It's a different dimension.
So I'm trying to sort through that, so to speak. Does that make sense? Other than that...
That's a win-win all the way around.
Yeah,
because you can...
Sure, I don't give a fuck.
You try to project that sort of thing specifically in this time, day and age...
Exactly.
Then there's a large amount of people... a measurable percentage that are going to say, "Hey, we don't back that."
Yeah, and then they can come back and say, "But it's a different universe."
So they can come back and say it's a different universe.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That makes it plausible
for everybody.
That's an interesting propaganda technique.
It is a very interesting because I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm still not completely kosher on that aspect.
Hang on to it while you can, people. It is coming to an end.
I will miss some of it.
It can't not end.
I will miss parts of it. I will not lie.
Oh, yeah.
Probably because I've just lived with it for so long.
2 years from now, you wait.
Fair enough. We'll see then. Or we'll get to it. How about that? So,
it's a high-maintenance lifestyle, and now a lot of that extra money is getting ready to go away. But anyway,
Indeed. That's a discussion for later.
Yeah.
So, other than that, the visuals are amazing. The acting is great. The base story is fantastic. The directing, of course, is magnificent. Just scrum-diddly-idly umptious. Oh, I will tell you this true.
We are amused.
I will tell you this true. This is the scene that sold this movie for me. Okay? Now, this is some more spoilers. Now.
I won't remember any of this anyway.
So yes, you will.
Don't sweat it.
No, you will. You fucking... No, you will. No, unless you get into
I'm going to data dump right after this episode.
Okay, all right. I warned you.
Reboot.
I warned you.
I don't care. I'm telling you.
Let's go then.
Because it hurt my feelings.
Here is what happened.
I'm not listening to a word you're saying.
Fuck you, old man. Every day at my retail job, it was "fuck you, old man."
Yep.
But to somebody else. Anyway, so what happened was, in order to fully appreciate Doctor Strange 2, you have to see WandaVision. You have to have seen Doctor Strange 1, obviously.
Sure.
And that makes sense.
Sure.
You have to have a working knowledge of the Avengers plot.
Okay.
Just kind of a general overview of it.
Sure.
Like Thanos snapped, and then they went and killed Thanos and fixed the universe. That's basically what you gotta know.
All right.
And then there's WandaVision, which I
saw some of, but
honestly,
the latter
episodes. I'll just tell you what happened.
They got away from the original concept of WandaVision.
Oh, they fucking did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they fucking did.
I was wondering about that.
Because here's the thing: the first 3 to 4, well, probably first 3 to 4-ish episodes of WandaVision were fantastic.
They were.
Just that living in the time period shit, I loved it. Like, using the same effects as they used back then. The very bewitched magic sequences, that was amazing.
Sure.
Also, the guy that plays Vision is really cute when he's not wearing all that makeup. So I got that for going for me. But then they just start, bringing more science into it, and then I'll just tell you what happened. They were trying to use Vision's body to, revive him to make him a mindless killing machine because the U.S. government allegory. Anyway, no fucking joke.
All right.
I will tell you this: the way
we can rebuild him,
basically. So, so they're trying to make Vision's body a killing machine. Right. Wanda is pissed because that's her husband, baby daddy. I'm just going to say her husband. Let's just say that, just for the sake of brevity.
Right.
Her husband, she wants to go collect his body because scary witch doesn't appreciate her husband getting body snatched, as I'm sure anybody would not appreciate your significant other getting body snatched.
Sure.
So, they basically tell her, we're gonna turn him into a fucking weapon, and there's nothing you can do about it. Also, your feelings are stupid because you're a woman and you're emotional.
Yeah, chick.
This is not inaccurate. I'm not gonna lie. This is not an inaccurate summary of the dialogue exchange that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit really? Really?
Really?
Do you need to make this guy even more of a dickhead? How about you let him kick a puppy while you're at it? You know what I mean? That's what I'm irritated at. So,
right. Sure.
So basically, Wanda, grief-stricken because she lost her brother, she lost her husband, and she's just not going to therapy like somebody probably should have told her to do in the first place.
Yeah.
No one talks about that, and I'm very worried. So she goes to some spot where her and Vision were gonna build a house, which is the house that you see in the TV show WandaVision.
Right.
She loses her fucking mind, and just explodes in rage and grief, and basically makes a giant fuck-off force field of magic that covers that whole town, and that's where WandaVision comes from.
Yay.
And the whole show is them trying to get those people who were just going about their lives until Wanda showed up and magicked them all.
Magicked.
Yeah. And then, basically, the end of the show is the nosy neighbor is the evil she's like the eviler witch, and she loses and gets her shit stolen, her grimoire, and all that fun stuff. So Wanda's actually trying to learn to figure out her powers at the end of WandaVision. Also, Vision may or may not be alive. I don't know. Magic. Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
I don't know, but they might bring him back. They're probably gonna bring him back. Anyway.
I don't know. He's kind of a passing...
Sure, but maybe for Wanda's sake, because Wanda just made herself an even bigger threat thanks to Doctor Strange 2. And that's why I had to tell you, because Wanda Maximoff is the antagonist in Doctor Strange 2. And you had to have seen, or at least...
Really?
Yeah, you have to have the understanding of WandaVision, what the fuck she was going through, basically trying to basically use her magic to construct the perfect family, have children, and live out her days with Vision. This is an actual plot point in the comics. She wants to have her children, her family,
right? Because
she never had that for various reasons. And she gets pissed when people start breaking into her simulation and trying to turn her reality off. Because everybody else is being held hostage. Yeah, this is why you need to go to therapy, people. So that's why that's why people have to see WandaVision before they see Doctor Strange 2. Because, Wanda goes fucking psychotic in Doctor Strange 2. Because in the scene that sold the movie for me, because I I didn't mind the concept of having Sam Raimi direct a Marvel movie. I just questioned the wisdom of it.
Right.
You see,
Right.
That was until Doctor Strange has the MacGuffin child. They're back at like the Sanctum. And they're talking about, oh, what the hell was that monster that kept trying to like kill and attack her? And Doctor Strange says, this isn't sorcery, it's witchcraft, and I know someone who's right for the job, Wanda. And then it cuts from, Doctor Strange saying he knows an expert in witchcraft, and cuts immediately to the boys from WandaVision, Wanda's sons, Wanda and Vision's sons.
Right.
And they're running through like a contemporary household. They're acting overly sweet and saccharine because it's a Disney movie. And they're just doting and trying to get their mom, Wanda, to play with them. And, she's paying bills. And she's a struggling single mom. And, the boys just want to play because they're rowdy and they're boys. And, Mom, pay attention. And they sing her a song and she's so happy. And she kind of cries tears of just joy and she hugs them. And then immediately cuts to Wanda waking up in her bed. The walls are gray and the bedding is plain. There's no music. It's just quiet.
Is it a cell?
No, it's a house. Okay. She's alone.
Oh. So she get exposed to a different timeline.
Yes.
Oh, where she's actually happy and fulfilled.
That scene.
Oh, that's interesting.
That scene right there that I just described to you.
That's interesting.
Was what sold the movie.
Coming from the social and political perspectives that are being tossed around today, and then to interject that into the movie.
Yeah.
Interesting how you would return to for lack of a better expression, a traditional perspective to understand why this person lost their shit and went sideways.
Exactly.
Because they did not have that fulfillment in their life. Interesting.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
There you go. That scene right there sold the movie for me. That was when I went from, are you guys sure about this, to this was the correct decision to have been made. Like, there is literally no other
Maybe it's a sociological sentinel event.
I doubt it. I don't think it, for some people it will.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for enough people it will. It is probably for me.
Yeah.
Damn, because I love it. And it is just amazing. Here's the thing. It is not just amazing. The whole movie.
How soon after she woke up from that dream did she go crazy?
She was already crazy. She just didn't show it until Doctor Strange was like, hey, there's these monsters chasing this child, and they're made of witchcraft. Do you know anything about it? And
was this child her child?
No. Some random chick.
There's got to be an application to it somewhere.
I don't fucking know.
There's a connection in there somewhere.
Oh, they make one. But then Wanda's like, oh, I have no idea anything about this MacGuffin. She says MacGuffin child's name, which the child, the little girl's name that can travel across dimensions, this MacGuffin child.
Yeah.
Her name is America Chavez. You see why I'm trying to figure out if this is contrived or not?
America Chavez.
Do you see what I mean?
Wow.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's like, here's the thing, I want to believe this is genuine. Does that make sense?
Right.
When I see shit like that in TV, in my movies, on my video games now, some of them at least, thank God.
Right.
I want to believe this is genuine. You're doing this out of the kindness of your heart. You want these people to be seen. But I'm having a hard time believing that when I'm forking over my money.
Are you just trying to trigger people?
Are you trying to make people upset? Are you just trying to garner more money? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe in the altruism of it. And it pisses me off.
No, I I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's like, look,
I helped bring you into this realm.
Yes.
And I'm sorry about that aspect of altruism, which is, and
there is no true altruism, really.
Not that you've witnessed.
Not that I personally
witnessed it.
Yeah, of course you have.
No.
But you have not.
No, I witnessed it.
Yeah, you did. That's why I'm agreeing with you.
When I was 14.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
No, I know.
So.
But I'm just saying that's how I'm able to discern.
Because you know what it looks like. Okay.
I know what it looks like,
There
and also it is shaped, me being very cynical about a lot of things because I saw such a, I don't even know how to put it. I saw such I wouldn't call it an extreme example because pure altruism.
Yes.
is
you do good for no reason.
Well,
like there's no ulterior.
There's
motive.
no ulterior motive.
Yes.
You are.
What, doing it out of?
You're asking somebody out on a date. You say, "Hey, let's go to this restaurant down the road, and we're going to have a meal." Now, there are two routes to travel. Mm-hmm. There's the shortest one.
Yeah.
Which is not very. It's okay, and then there's a long way, which is very scenic.
Sure.
So if you go straight there, that's altruistic. If you go, if you take the scenic route just to elicit a response from the person that you're with,
that's not altruism.
That's not altruism.
That's an ulterior motive.
That's an arterial motive.
Yes. Alternative motive.
Alternative motive.
Whatever. You know what we're saying.
Yeah, I do.
Here's the thing. I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah,
really. Well,
honestly and truly, no.
Yeah, honestly and truly, not quite. So it's hard to differentiate.
I would love to tell you. I don't even know. I honestly and truly, I don't even know if I'm capable of it.
I don't think so myself.
I
may have a shot at it, but
I think everybody thinks they have a shot at it. I think everybody thinks they. There's a lot of people that think they do it.
Sure.
But they're so far from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the folk that piss me off.
Oh, yeah, the whole, hey, here's a TikTok of me giving money to a street person, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, it's a biblical thing. It says, don't let your, the biblical verse goes is don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, or don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. In other words, is doing these things in secret.
Yes.
If no one was watching.
Yes.
If no one was watching, if you did not have an audience in any way, shape, or form, and I'm also talking about in future events where you have the opportunity to praise yourself through, and a lot of people do that. They'll tell you about something that they did or something they experienced, and they want you to think that they are altruistic, that they are caring.
But that is self-glorification.
But that is self-glorification.
Therefore, ulterior motive.
Ulterior motive.
There you go.
Yeah. And true altruism. I think that's one of the biggest reasons you don't see much altruism today. Well, pure altruism should not be seen.
That makes sense.
It can be observed.
Sure.
Hey, look what that person's doing over there.
Sure.
But if you're not in the right place at the right time,
there is no.
You're never going to see it. You're never going to read a record of it.
I guess Good Samaritan would be a example of it.
Oh, you mean that story?
The story of it.
That's a very
complex story. I know it was complex. You don't have to lecture me. I know there was some more mechanics involved.
Basically, what I will say about that, the Good Samaritan story, is 10%.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not even 50%. 10%.
Hey, whatever.
And that's a big one.
Yeah, but anyway,
there's so much of what exists in the world today.
Mm-hmm.
And the interaction between different people that is told in that story, and
Indeed.
we've only been told maybe 10% of what that story actually means. Yeah, it's a big one.
All right, let's segue back into all this.
Yeah, let's segue away from that.
All right, so another reason I thoroughly enjoyed Doctor Strange 2 is it was such a breath of fresh air. Like I said, it was the closest...
No, the Marvel movies have become extremely formulaic.
Oh my god. Here's the thing. This is rather formulaic. It borders on the Rick and Morty-isms, obviously. But here's the thing that caught me off guard the most, you know? I was like, okay, it's Sam Raimi. We're gonna see, it's not a Book of the Dead. It's the Book of the Damned. It's, 8 angry spirits beating the shit out of Doctor Strange, and they're just taunting him with, chirping. Just like in Army of Darkness. But 2 things happened that I didn't think would actually happen in this movie. Number 1, they got Bruce Campbell.
Oh, really?
Yes! And he is amazing. I almost cried, and I laughed so hard. And the second thing that happened in this Doctor Strange movie is, let me ask you a question. When was the last time... Hey, stop breathing into the mic. I know. I'm looking at it too. Vaguely.
What, that? Oh.
I know you're looking at something different. I'm just... Yeah. Oh, hey. See, this is B. This is B.
Is that A?
This is A.
That's A.
That's A. This is line A, line B. Unless this is higher, then this is line B. Basically, how I have it drawn is lowest fractal to highest fractal. Because that makes sense. Anyway, so
right.
When was the last time you saw when was the last time you saw a Disney movie where there was blood in it? There it goes.
Not really.
Exactly. Oh, some foul shit went down in this movie.
Really?
People got stabbed through the legs, through the torso, through the arms. People got murdered in this movie.
Really?
Oh my god. Another spoiler, but in the one of the multiverses that the MacGuffin child and Doctor Strange go to, they're held in containment because they're dangerous. They're people from another dimension. They could cause a collapse of both timelines, which I guess is something they have to worry about in the MCU. So, in this particular universe where they're captured, instead of Captain America, they have Captain Carter. It's basically Agent Carter. She was the one that took the super soldier serum, and instead of Old Glory, it's the Union Jack. Basically British Captain America, Captain Britannia, or whatever her title is supposed to be.
Right.
So she has the adamantium shield.
Right.
There is a fight scene between Wanda and this universe's superheroes where Captain Carter, she's halved by her own shield. You don't see the blood, but you see the implication shots, as I like to dub them, where you see the shield go to her, cut a slice, and you just cut to see Captain Carter's face as this death mask falls over her as she's cut in half with the adamantium shield by Wanda Maximoff. That woman was murdered. Several people were just, and there's suicide too, because, yes, I was simultaneously impressed and pearl clutching. I have no idea when was the last time I had done that.
Right.
Where I was just in awe of what I was seeing and horrified by it at the same time. I cringed a lot of the time.
Really?
Not in a bad way, just in a, like, they're dead.
Right.
Oh my god.
Well,
oh.
And it wasn't rated R?
No!
Really?
No!
You know, Deadpool opened that door.
Oh, they did. They had to.
Showing up and killing people.
You had to have Deadpool do that.
And you had to have it had to be a comedy.
It was either Deadpool or the Punisher. Actually, yeah, they did the Punisher. Well, as far as a movie goes, you had to have Deadpool.
There wasn't anybody in the Punisher that was innocent.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
Or even gray area innocent.
Yeah.
If you were struck down by the Punisher, you were a hardened killer, blah, blah, blah,
Who was killed by an even harder killer.
There were people in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Who
They were just kind of like...
They were just...
there.
They were just in the posse.
Yeah. They were like NPCs or something like that. Like good people, you know.
P-O-S-S-E.
Sure.
Posse.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
and you would you had to have a comedy
and Deadpool
to place that
to make it more palatable,
to place it in the human conscience.
Oh yeah, so that's fine.
That's
Deadpool
fine.
did awesome. I even liked the second one for what it was. It was all right.
It was all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
But Doctor Strange 2. Holy shit.
It sounds like you had quite a run.
Oh my god, I had like one of the best times at a movie in my entire life. I will tell you this, Mr. I don't care about spoilers.
Yeah.
You ready for the big ones?
I'm not listening.
You ready for the big ones, people?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
In this multiverse where Captain Carter gets butchered,
yeah,
2 other people show up that I think you'll recognize very much. Patrick Stewart, Professor X.
Yeah.
Who dies again.
Again.
Fuck. I was pissed. And...
yeah.
You are never gonna just guess who they finally got into the MCU, and more than likely they're gonna try to reboot that bitch, that fucking franchise.
Well, it's not Spider-Man.
No.
No. It's not Venom.
Mm-mm.
No. It's not Black Widow.
Mm-mm.
It's not Thor.
No.
Because they're trying to do something funky with Thor.
I think they're trying to make Thor more comedic, which, in my opinion, is working better. They just need to have that guy who directed, what the fuck was the third Thor movie? You know what I'm talking about?
It's not going to hold. It's too late.
For what?
They missed the window of opportunity. The girlfriend now, she's
Natalie Portman or whatever?
She's the new Thor.
I don't know, honestly and truly.
It's too late.
They're
know. About 5 to 10 years too late.
I get it.
It's outside the window.
Yeah.
It really
Let
is.
them have it.
Oh no, and it's going to bomb.
I know it is.
That's why it's taking so long for it to get to the screen, because they're realizing
that it's probably not for the best they do that.
Yeah, you're not going to make any money off of it.
No. But anyway. I did enjoy Thor 3 because it was actually directed competently and it was funny, and Jeff Goldblum. But the big name of Doctor Strange 2, they fucking got Reed Richards.
The same guy?
No.
Who's playing him?
Oh, what the fuck is his name? The guy from The Office.
Wait a minute. Not the main character.
No. Not Steve Carell. Jim?
Wait a minute. I don't know any of them.
Fucking...
not the balding guy that wears the glasses.
No, not him. I'm trying to think. A Quiet Place.
Oh, that guy.
The dad.
Oh, he could do it.
He did do it.
He could do Reed Richards.
Oh my god. And you know what? He was... I give a lot of respect. Like, who was the first Reed Richards in that first 2000, early 2000s Marvel? Not Marvel, Fantastic Four. It had Chris Evans as Johnny Blaze.
Blaze.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
The guy that was Reed Richards in that movie.
Yeah.
He did a fantastic job.
He did.
I think he's the better of the Reed Richards, but I don't fucking know his name, but you know what I'm talking about.
He's a little big.
He's a little big. No, but I'm
just saying, Reed Richards is not like,
he's not muscular.
He's not supposed to be he's
supposed to be the world's smartest man or something.
He's the world's smartest man.
Oh yeah,
and that usually doesn't happen when you're 6'4".
Yeah, I know, but he nailed it.
Really,
as far as acting goes, and I say that.
So he shows up without the rest of the team?
No. It's like what happens in this multiverse is. In this multiverse that the MacGuffin Child and Doctor Strange are captured in, they basically get brought before a council of people who are, kind of in charge of the superheroes, and it's, I can't remember his name. He's the black guy from Doctor Strange 1. I'm sorry, I don't remember the character's name. The guy that kind of went off rogue and was telling Doctor Strange off for fucking around with the Time Stone. That guy. He's in this.
Is that the new Captain America?
No. There's the new No, not new Captain America. No, it's black guy.
Yeah.
No, the magic black guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Not the Asian dude.
No, not him.
Okay.
Not Wong. He's cool.
All right.
So, one of the other characters from Doctor Strange 1 makes another appearance in this multiverse. Then it's Captain Carter, and then Captain Marvel, played by somebody else. Who's
supposed to be an Asian chick?
No, the Captain Marvel in this universe.
Brie Larson wasn't diverse enough. She had blonde hair and blue eyes, so they had to find somebody with brown eyes.
In this universe, this Captain Marvel is African American woman.
Shazam!
She did a better acting job as Captain Marvel than Brie Larson did. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
Professor X, and then Reed Richards. So it's this five members of the superhero council that's basically telling our universe's Doctor Strange that, hey, we're actually going to kill you and the child because you being alive here will endanger us, because they had to kill their Doctor Strange. It's actually 6 people. There's this one dude called Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind then. All I know is he can shout really good. And he dies like a bitch. Ah, Jesus Christ. We're gonna... Jesus Christ, how the fuck did they record that lightning strike?
I grew up with that.
Like, that's the crispiest lightning strike I have ever heard in my life. That's like Zeus's thunderbolt level of awesome. Jesus. Alright, so basically Wanda shows up in this universe, and here's the thing. Here's the sequence of events that happens. Wanda shows up looking for Doctor Strange and the child, because she's going to kill him and use her for her magical bullshit. They explain it better in the movie. Anyway, so she shows up to this compound, and everybody's coming out to, go fight her, except for Doctor Strange, who's, magicked away. He's fighting the other guy. The guy whose name I can't remember. So the most powerful hero on this universe's planet is Black Bolt, because he can shout things until they stop existing.
Right.
Which is amazing. And Wanda, using her magic, takes away his mouth. And, at first you're thinking, wait, is that a fucking illusion? And he kind of screams to test it, his power reverberates against where his lips should be, and it basically is the superhero vision of getting a shotgun treatment. He uses his own powers to blow his brains out, which petrified me, because this is a Disney movie. So, the most powerful being on this planet just immediately dies. So, Reed Richards, smartest man on the planet, presumably in this timeline. You know what he does when he sees the most powerful probably one of the most powerful beings on the planet just go down in the first 2 seconds of the fight? He extends his arm to grab Wanda, and she, backhands his hand, and he starts to unravel like yarn off a spindle, and he fucking folds like a cheap card table, too. The first 5 seconds of this fight starts with Black Bolt getting shotgunned by his own power, and Reed Richards unraveling at the atoms.
Okay.
So, now it's Wanda, Captain Carter, and Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel gets, Captain Carter just gets fucking murdered, like I said. And Captain Marvel gets crushed. Apparently she's not as immortal as we all have thought. And I'm like, this universe fucking sucks. You have nothing? Nobody has anything, there are no safeguards against this person except for this asshat who was driving 90 miles an hour in a blizzard rainstorm around a mountain, who then crashes and breaks his fucking hands, and he's a surgeon on top of it. That's just... wow. It was an amazing fight, but it pissed me off because I'm just like, hey, what the fuck? How? I mean, you want to talk about... oh, I don't know. I was just pissed because they introduced Reed Richards and immediately killed him. You know what I mean?
Right.
That didn't help. You know what I mean? It's just... That pissed me off more than everything else. Everyone else was a tragic death. His was just stupid. So it's like, you introduced Reed Richards. We'd never seen him in the MCU, just in all the other shitty / half-decent stuff. And he folds like a cheap card table. So I can't fucking with these people. Other than that, it is amazing, and I love it. I want to see it 5 more times. Because that is the closest we're going to get to Evil Dead 4, I tell you what. Oh!
Evil Dead 4.
That is not a fucking joke.
Search for more money.
That is not a joke. This could qualify as an extended universe to the Evil Dead universe. Oh. So that was Doctor Strange 2. I loved every second of it. 8 out of 10. Holy shit. And I keep getting told the new Top Gun movie is really good.
That's what I hear.
You know, that I might be able to catch that before it leaves theaters, but honestly, look, unless it has Tom Cruise getting the shit kicked out of him, I kind of don't care. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I heard it was very well done.
Okay, I might check it out.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
It's a big run.
Indeed. But anyway. So... so yeah, that's basically it. You got anything to add over there?
I didn't see the movie.
I know you didn't.
But you've been itching to, like a freaking teapot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah.
No, you shut up, fat old guy. We're going to have a show today because I'm talking about this because I can't stand it anymore. Mm-hmm. No, I'm glad. I mean, hey.
Good.
I'm glad that they finally came out with something that'll bring some fresh air.
Oh my God, that was some fresh air. Look, here's the thing. It doesn't have to be violent.
No, it doesn't have to be violent.
But you know what?
If it's a good story, it's a good story.
Yeah,
I mean,
this was like a halfway decent story. I'm not gonna lie. I think if it wasn't bogged down in a lot of things that made me question whether or not this was genuine, it would have been fine, But honestly and truly, you know what? I actually take that back. Doctor Strange 2 had to be violent. It needed it. Because think about it. It's Disney. They have this stuff. 90% of the stuff that I just said happened in Doctor Strange 2 would never happen in Spider-Man or the X-Men, maybe with Wolverine, but X-Men, Captain America. No, because that's not that type of story. Hell, even to this day, I keep hearing Marvel fans talk about how they need to keep going with Daredevil, because technically Daredevil, if you had to mince and dice it, was a rated R property. And people apparently like to have that because it's a breath of fresh air.
Well,
everybody hitting each other with foam swords in the movies.
Yeah, Daredevil is doable on a lower budget.
And it's doable on a lower budget, because you literally just have a dude beating up other dudes with his fists. Yeah. And also sticks, because yes.
And, he's not using spiderweb to sling his way through.
No, he literally
an urban area.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that come into play.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Doctor Strange is special effects, period.
Yeah, that's
you can't have Doctor Strange without special effects.
Yeah, that's just the meat and potatoes of it. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Some properties are geared more towards that than others, and there's nothing wrong with that. But honestly and truly, I don't even care if it's just like a Disney Plus only type thing, but as far as the MCU is concerned, I think it would benefit from dare I say it, an adults only type of environment.
That's
like an Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's the Punisher right there.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Daredevil just really beats people up.
Well, guess what? First of all, the Punisher crosses over with Daredevil, and people get murdered because of the Punisher in Daredevil, which, there you go.
There you go.
And two, they ain't doing anything with the Punisher.
No. Not now.
Not now.
Not now.
Seriously, for a couple of years, as far as like Adult Swim
it's
quote unquote, not the show or not the station, the actual, as far as like an adult corner, like where the kids they get the Spider-Man and the X-Men and the Captain Americas and the Iron Man, But what about the stuff for you and I who don't want to constantly see children beat each other up with foam swords, you see?
Right.
They had that for a while with, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil, the Punisher for a little while, and Iron Fist, although that kind of crashed and burned, as well as the Defenders.
Luke Cage was going along pretty well.
Yeah, but
then it got really it turned into a soap opera.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I want to see this.
Fuck?
I want to see this guy pick up a van.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that he's having this conversation with this girl that could or could not be his love interest.
Yeah, exactly.
But I want to see...
He's a superhero, too.
He's a superhero, too.
Yeah, you want to see...
And that is... Yeah, I didn't tune in for this.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand that that's the backstory and that's the side story.
Yeah.
But I want to see some action.
Yeah, you still want to see some action.
Right.
I do think that might have been why you dropped off the map with the Superman TV show that I got really into. Still kind of into. I hope they continue it.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but they did. But there's definitely more as far as that CW Superman and Lois show. It's definitely more geared towards the family life aspect of Superman.
Yeah.
With not
it's like
that much.
He worked hard all day and now he's tired.
Yeah.
But he's got to go save the planet.
Yeah. Which is fine. But
well, I think it depends. I'm at a different place in my life.
Sure.
I would have enjoyed that show much more 30 years ago.
That does make sense.
I'm over a lot of that.
The teenager stuff. Yeah.
Well, not just the teenager stuff, but I've raised my family.
Yeah, I get it.
Our family, yes. Their family, your family, her family, my family.
Yeah.
Whatever pronouns or perspectives I don't know.
I don't care.
I'm just saying, so,
So no, I get that.
Go to a day chart.
Okay. Yeah, we're also looking at charts as we do this because, well, we're already here. Oh, it's moving up.
Yeah. So that's not actually it closed below the average.
Mm-hmm.
But, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no, I get it with that. So, but that's the thing, is those Netflix shows, which they've now transferred back over to Disney Plus, I have not heard anything about them starting any of those back up. You know what I mean? I've heard rumors of a Daredevil 4.
I think they're going
to have... Daredevil season 4.
Well, for one thing,
mm-hmm.
with the economy tank.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
There's something else going on. I mean,
how do you figure?
Well, you got people are going to have less disposable people for the first time in 40 years.
Yes,
they are trying to drive disposable income out of the population.
Okay. All right.
Do you remember? This hasn't come up. Do you remember me in the past talking about? I couldn't get when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And asking my parents could I have a nickel?
Yeah.
To get a gumball out of a machine at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And remember me saying to you that they didn't even have a nickel.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even have enough disposable income to give me a nickel.
Yeah.
To get a gumball out of a machine.
Yes.
At the grocery store.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are returning to that. So they're driving disposable income out of the population.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now it is true.
Sure.
That during the number one industry resistant.
Yeah.
To these economic downturns is always entertainment.
Sure.
Okay, because escapism, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but the problem is
the
past couple of decades, really, they've just not allowed that escapism to work.
Well, the technology has allowed you to achieve your escapism from many different perspectives.
Yeah, this is true.
Where at one time, Disney was probably the dominant escapism type of perspective genre, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but Disney has come under fire recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're
well, for one thing, they fucked up Star Wars, which
I can't even fit into my head. How the fuck can you fuck up Star Wars?
How the fuck? Oh my god!
It's like putting out Jaws 5 and it's a goldfish. It's like, dude, what the hell did you do? What went wrong? What went wrong?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
And they are currently under the microscope. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that this is what's going on right now. They're currently under the microscope from a large portion of their fan base.
As well as they should.
As well as they should be, okay?
Yeah, because...
If half your fan base... Excuse me. And it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's, we talked about there's certain entities in this world, there's certain businesses in this world that there is a core audience.
Yes.
Okay, that consistently, there's a demographic that people consistently spend in your favor as a company.
Yes.
Okay, but when you say...
If you change the formula.
If you change the formula, and it isn't just changing the formula. They're basically saying that what you think doesn't matter. Basically is what Disney has come out and say. They're saying that, okay, we understand that we have made the bedrock of our foundation is from this one demographic. And then when you come out and say, okay, all right, we get it that you're the bedrock of our foundation, but we're basically saying that what you think doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's...
Because here's the thing.
That's tough.
Even a super giant...
I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but I'm saying that's the reality of what's taking place.
All I know is that if Disney doesn't get their shit together, they're
not.
They're not?
They're not.
Oh, well, then I guess they're going to lose their status as basically a blue chip company.
If they'll maintain it through... They won't maintain it... They've always been able to maintain it through creative content.
Now they can't do that.
Well, here's the other thing, too, that something came out a couple of months ago that basically said they found a codicil to, and I don't really understand how they missed this, a codicil to Walt Disney's will that said that he didn't want them to do remakes.
So hypothetically,
no.
Oh. No. Hang on, let my brain work.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that there was a clause in OG Walt's will, Walt Disney's will,
right, that
said no remakes,
right? So
hypothetically, if this is approved by a court and a lawyer. Right. Like if it goes by the law, like the law systems, and it's like this is perfectly valid. What the fuck is about to take place?
It basically cut out at least 50% of their revenue.
Exactly.
Because look at Snow White Live, Cinderella on Ice. Yes. You see what I'm saying? That type of stuff is going to go away.
Well.
And it needs to.
Yeah, it does, but...
According to what I read, Walt Disney believed that creative, original thought.
He valued
original creative thought. And he did not want his company to rely and exist on whatever remakes, retooling and rehashing.
Yeah,
which if you
feel is valid.
I think that's a valid perspective. I do for that type of genre.
Yeah.
So basically,
my question is anyone going to get sued for this? That's a good point.
I don't know exactly how it's going to go down.
That was kind of my question, because hypothetically, if they are restricted to not doing remakes anymore, let's say that was the best case scenario. They don't do any more remakes, and that was it, and they have to focus on original thought from then on. Here's my question. Let's say that's not the best case scenario. Who owes Walt Disney's family money because of it? If there's any financial ramifications behind the clause.
There's got to be financial ramifications. And I think based on the direction that Disney has gone, I mean, when's the last time that Disney put out something?
Moana was probably the last thing I personally remember as being really good.
Right.
Like,
right.
unequivocally.
I mean, they according to what I read, they weren't even supposed to do sequels, which I agree with. So I don't know whether this material is going to get taken off the shelf, but there's definitely, percentage-wise, there's definitely going to be a loss of revenue because they can't. When something comes out, they can't project. Oh, okay.
Let's just rehash this.
Let's just rehash this for 5 sequels. They can't do that anymore.
Oh.
So it's actually going to, I think,
sink or swim, bitch. That's all.
You know, people say, well, you know, it's going to hamstring them and it's going to hold them back. I think it's going to set them free. I think it's going to change their mindset back to the original vision.
It has to,
and they're going to have to. They've embraced a particular perspective and narrative that
is not serving them. Again, how do you fuck up Star Wars?
How do you fuck up Star Wars?
That should have been the first sign that they were in trouble. Is how you have to ask yourself the question: how do you fuck up Star Wars? You don't even have to like Star Wars.
No.
I know several people who don't.
Yeah.
But guess what? How do you fuck up Star Wars?
How do you fuck up Star Wars? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's no, and that's a.
And why did you have to fuck up The Mandalorian is my next question. They had to jump
all
ship.
Because of a bunch of cancel culture stuff.
Bunch of bullshit. And
bullshit.
They had to
really?
jump. They basically had to. I have not heard one.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming to professional sports.
I have not heard one peep about them making a Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because everyone had to jump ship to Book of Boba and I think whatever the fuck else they got. You know what I mean? They had to jump ship to a different TV show in order to keep the Mandalorian and Grogu or Baby Yoda, whatever the fuck people want to call him. You see what I mean?
Right.
Like, because of a bunch of meaningless, in hindsight, meaningless bullshit. Who the fuck remembers what actually happened to this day? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like, say, Kevin Spacey, where some pretty heinous shit came out against him.
Right.
And then he tried to make it better by saying, oh, I'm actually gay. And no one bought it and everyone sent him down the river anyway. We still remember that. Why? Because Kevin Spacey, for lack of a better expression, is a really good actor. And honestly, I do enjoy some of his stuff. But holy shit, man!
He's a moral reprobate.
Exactly.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
You don't even remember what the hell happened with,
I don't think there's any, honestly.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I can't even remember
he
what
was at a party.
Said. Yeah, he was at a fucking party.
He was at a party, and for some reason,
yes,
there was an underage male there.
Yeah, who just so happened to be there.
Somebody that was born with a penis and testicles.
Who was underage? Who happened to be there.
Uh-huh. And then something happened allegedly.
Allegedly's.
With an ostrich. And so my point is, okay, and I knew, hey, my attitude about that is, okay, was it consensual?
I don't know.
It's
implied it wasn't.
It's implied it wasn't, implied that it was.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But what was this underage person doing
there in the first place? Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And here's the other thing.
It's like a person out on the highway that's 12 years old driving a car and hit somebody.
Yeah.
What are they doing behind the wheel in the first place?
Yeah, no, I get that. But also, you remember what happened.
Right.
I remember what happened. The thing that happened with the Mandalorian, Gina Carano. What the fuck? I don't remember what she said. She said something that
she expressed her opinion.
Sure.
She didn't use any kind of inflammatory language.
Okay.
She didn't use any kind of inappropriate profanity or anything like that.
Okay.
She expressed her opinion.
Yeah.
Her opinion.
Yeah.
She was punished for expressing her opinion.
Okay.
Which is protected by the First Amendment. The Constitution, by the way, people. So suck it.
And then they had to jump ship, and they lost a lot of people.
They lost a lot of people, and honestly and truly, there was so many people that came forward that weren't necessarily fans of her, or fans of the show,
but
that just said, "Hey, you can't can somebody for somebody just expressing their opinion."
Basically,
now if she would have been dressed as the character in some show that Disney produced,
and
she got up in front of a microphone and did that, then I can say, oh, okay,
you shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that. It was a Disney function. It was
but
she's on her own time.
That was the big deal that broke it for me. It's like, okay, so here's the thing. Twitter's a cesspool anyway.
It is.
I don't know if Papa Musk is going to clean it up, but I'm kind of happy that he shook some shit up.
Oh my God, he's one of the smartest people that I've ever come across in my entire life. It's ridiculous. He's one of the he's going to pay less for Twitter.
Oh, more than likely.
Oh, and Twitter's about to take it up the can.
Oh,
because they're basically realizing that their bot accounts is more than 5%. 20% allegedly is a closer number. Mm-hmm. So they basically have been overcharging people.
Mm-hmm. How about that? Yeah.
How about that? But anyway.
So there you go.
Shit. I'm not saying I agree with her opinion.
No.
I'm just saying that she has the right to express it.
Yeah, she basically just said something on her own. That was the thing that got me. It's not, I didn't agree with anything. But
it wasn't something to agree or disagree with.
No, it was just like, oh, so, she didn't say it. She didn't, say it at a Disney function or nothing like that. It was just on Twitter. She just said this. People
are getting tired of the squeaky wheel.
Yeah. I do see that coming. I'm going to miss some parts of it.
I'm going to tell you something. I've seen some rhetoric. I make what I do, people, is I read a lot.
Yes.
And I read comments.
Yes.
I want to see and I noticed I think I've said on here, I've definitely mentioned it to you, that somewhere around 2006 to 2008 was when I really began to notice a change in, it went from, oh, hey, I disagree with you, to, you should just fucking die, comments. And it escalated between, yes, it did, and any research will prove me right, it escalated between 2008 and 2016, dramatically escalated this vitriolic, angry, if you don't agree with me or agree with this narrative, you should not only shut up, you should die, and your family should too. But there's rhetoric going around that I have seen increase in the last 2 years.
Oh my God!
That is leading us into some really deep water.
Oh yeah,
really deep water.
Yeah.
All these basement keyboard warriors.
Yeah. They're about to piss somebody off. They're about to piss off the wrong person.
Speaking of reaping the whirlwind, they're about to reap the whirlwind.
Yeah, these people who are talking some mad shit online, they're gonna piss off the wrong person someday.
Sooner or later, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty. No, hell, it's already not pretty. Ugh. I don't know. It's just a mess right now. Fuck. Anyway, I'm just.
It's just a
and here's the other thing. Okay.
We are in a prime situation. We're going to watch the unfolding of this cultural shift.
Oh, I know that.
In the next 2 years.
Oh, I know this. And I'm happy for it.
Yeah.
For the most part.
When it shakes all this cheap money out.
Ugh. if the cheap money gets shook out, then I'm hoping that for the most part the charts will be played straight. And speaking of which, here's something that I don't understand. I know that nothing that's happening now is new. In some form or fashion, this has taken place in a different time, in a different country.
The late 60s was the last time.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit in the late 70s.
Yeah, that Summer of Sam nonsense.
Late 70s, but the last time there's been this much of a cultural upheaval was the late 60s.
Yeah.
But what's happened is, I can't even... You are going to see, within the next 20 to 30 years, you are going to see a cultural reversal to...
for better or for worse.
Where things are right now that are so far out in left field. There's going to... The great reset is going to be coming back to home plate.
All right, that's fine.
It really is.
I'm just tired of how out of control everything's getting.
Too much money.
I get it.
Too much money.
Ugh.
Think about all the lifestyles and the decisions people are making
based on the fact that they have disposable income. Yeah, I kind of get the impression. Okay. And here's the thing.
You might be born a certain way.
No. I'm not talking about that.
Oh, but I am.
I know you are.
There's a lot of money. It takes a lot of money for you to look like somebody else. But imagine being in prison for a year where you don't have access to those services. And you're just going to be the same ugly, hairy person that you try not to be. We're all resetting. It's a reset.
It's a reset. And it's going to happen to everybody.
It's going to happen to everybody.
So I tell people, don't feel bad. It's going to hit everybody sooner or later.
Yeah, I just tell people, don't worry about it.
I tell people to hold on and don't worry about it.
Hold on and don't worry about it.
Yeah. But here's the thing that I'm having to deal with. You see, I have these weekly meetings at my gym.
Right.
And it's just getting to the point where I'm just sick of going. Not just because I'm getting better with the charts, but also I know what's coming. You know what's coming.
I know what's coming, yeah.
And if they can keep that small gym open for what's getting ready to unfold for when we finally roll off the table, if they are able to keep that gym open where I'm working at, it would be amazing. And
it's testament. You have to raise your target.
Oh, I know.
You have to.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
No. This is a well-run place.
People with money need to lose weight too.
But that's the thing. It's a luxury.
It is a luxury.
Now, here's the thing. I believe everyone deserves fitness because it should be considered self-care because you are extending your life and the quality of your life.
That is correct.
But at its core, a personal trainer is a luxury.
Oh, absolutely.
And I am extremely happy.
It's like paying somebody to cut your grass.
Yeah, exactly. I am extremely happy to have this job and to have had this job because I can carry it with me for the rest of my days.
Correct.
And I can teach it to my kids, my friends.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I have it now.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the type of shit that I love.
Right.
It's not that I don't want to have a job. I just want to collect as many traits and skills as I can for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because the Asperger syndrome, probably, but the hyperfixation stuff, that might be part of it, but
it's always been a part of my life. I don't understand it any more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Same thing came to you, and honestly and truly, same thing came to your bro.
Oh yeah.
He just took a little bit longer to embrace it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It's fine. It finds us sooner or later.
It finds you sooner or later.
It finds you sooner or later.
Okay, people.
That's fine. And it's okay.
It's just like a tree in the wind. The biggest, strongest trees are the ones that have weathered the most storms. That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. I don't make the rules, people. Grass is green, the sky is blue. What do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
So,
No, I get it. So, well, there you go.
What is that?
That's still Ada.
Is that 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's still 5 minutes.
Okay.
So that's basically it. I need to accumulate some more. I need to accumulate some more money because I don't know how much longer I can just. It just wears on me. The fact that I'm trudging to a place that I know is gonna take a hit.
Well,
it may not close, but it's gonna take a hit.
Yeah, don't focus on that.
Oh, I don't.
Don't focus on the downturn.
No. Honestly and truly, the main reason I want to get out of there is just because it's taking a lot of energy to deal with my boss.
Yeah.
Just her being her. Her heart is in the right place, but holy shit.
She doesn't know how to show it. It comes out of her.
Yes.
And that takes time.
Yes.
There's a reason that people are alone.
Oh, I know. I know that.
Okay.
I get it.
People, okay. Here's a new Bel-E Scratch podcast show saying.
Mm-hmm.
The price of perfection
mm-hmm.
is loneliness. Ugh. So you have to be careful.
I get it.
You have to be careful.
I understand.
It doesn't mean you have to relax your standards.
No.
It just means you need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah. No, I get that. Honestly and truly, at this.
That's what happened to me. I was like when me and the matriarch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I look back on our early years and I realized that I was an insufferable asshole. Because
that's what hindsight's for.
That's what hindsight's for. I just was like, and I had no idea that I was that difficult to live with because I was this unyielding.
Just this chronic pain in the ass.
This chronic pain, perfectionist pain in the ass.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get it. I've personally made up my mind where, you know what? Honestly and truly, the way I seem to operate is I don't know precisely. Hang on. It's basically the approach I take when I go to thrift stores. I know it when I see it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's basically how I have to take this approach, I guess. It's about the closest I can figure out. So, just someone to kind of match me on my level, you see. Because I know I can be tough to deal with. Ugh. I'm tired. I want spaghetti.
There's some in there.
I know.
You?
Yeah. You got anything else to add?
Doctor Strange 2 rocks, man.
Holy shit, it
or
rocks.
Is it the third one?
The second one.
It's the second one?
Yes. I hope they let Sam Raimi make more. That's not a joke. I want Sam Raimi on retainer to make more Doctor Strange movies.
Okay. Market dynamic observation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once you put your foot in the water,
yes,
in the stream,
yes,
you can't put your foot back in the same place.
Sure. Oh.
So Sam Raimi is lightning in a bottle. Because see, here's the thing.
You're
no,
right.
seriously, think about it. Because before everybody's like Sam Raimi. Oh, so they're pushing back. They're pushing back. They're like, oh, hey, but now that he's proven himself, now they're all going to fold and say, whatever you want, man. And then that's going to compromise the process.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know it's a drag. But it's just an element. It's just an element to reality.
No,
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think they'll let him compromise the process because this is still Disney.
No.
Meaning they can't let him just, do whatever he wants.
I have yet to run across any successful film when they go back in hindsight and rehash it, that did not get a bunch of... really, every single really successful film got so much pushback from the studios, and they almost killed it, and they're like, no. But see, you're always going to have people that support something. You're always going to have people that are... You're always going to have more critics.
Yes.
Because it's easy to be a critic. Are you breathing? Yeah, well then you can be a critic. You can be a critic.
I know.
Okay, and it doesn't take anything special to be a critic. Technically. It's part of what we do here.
Also, fuck...
you suck, man.
Also, fuck Ebert and... who the fuck are those guys?
Those guys?
Yeah, Roger Ebert and the other fucker.
Ebert. And,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I think they're both dead now.
Yeah, they're both dead. Good. Good. Seriously, do you understand how many times No. This is legit. This is the last story because I'm hungry and we need to wrap this shit up because we're like at an hour and 30 something. All right. I cannot count how many times I've seen footage of their old, like, little special
it was on PBS,
whatever the fuck. Their little specials where they're critiquing a film. I cannot tell you how many times they have given shitty ratings to movies that are really fucking good.
Well...
Like, I don't mean good to me, per se.
Yeah,
yes,
but they
there
aren't
are
smarmy
some.
about it.
Sometimes they got a little smarmy.
Okay, all right.
And I didn't appreciate that. Look, here's the thing. Be snooty about trash.
Well...
Don't be snooty about something that, for the common layperson, is great, but because of your refined taste, it is just completely unpalatable. That's like if you... I cannot believe this is about to come out of my mouth. Do not hit me.
Nope.
This is like if you sat some Mickey D's in front of Hannibal Lecter. Of course he's gonna fucking hate it. That's not his target audience. He's not the target demographic for Mickey D's.
You know, I'd like to see a shot of Hannibal Lecter with a Happy Meal.
Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Excuse me.
That's what pissed me off about Ebert and whatever, and who gives a fuck. You know what I mean? They're not the target audience of some of the movies they're critiquing. It's also why I very much appreciate Beavis and Butthead coming along and kneecapping those types of smarmy critics.
Okay.
Seriously, when was the last time you heard of like a really smarmy upper class film critic like them?
Film critic?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm not talking about some jackass on the internet like the Angry Video Game Nerd or any of those guys. I'm talking like...
There was those two guys.
Yeah, I'm talking about actually like on Good Morning America or whatever.
There was a guy named Gene Shalit.
Sure.
That looked like a circus clown.
Amazing.
Oh, you'd have to see this guy. Big.
I'm gonna Google him after we're done.
Oh yeah. And he always did it with...
Actually, fuck it. What's this guy's name?
Gene Shalit.
Gene...
Shallot. Try that.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, he looked like a Muppet.
Yes! He doesn't count. Fuck you.
Yeah.
He doesn't fucking count. This guy's awesome.
He was a lot of fun.
This guy's awesome. He had a sense of humor about it.
Big sense of humor.
No, he doesn't.
The antithesis of him is a guy by the name of Rex Reed.
I have heard of Rex.
A smarmy.
I fucking.
Well,
hate
I mean,
that
you
guy.
know, everybody has an audience.
I get it.
You know, some people would look at Gene Shalit and go, "I don't believe it."
Oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah,
fuck him too.
You know, everybody has their thing.
I get it.
Some people like orange juice. Some people like
I get
grape juice.
No, I get it.
Everybody likes juice.
There always has to be a Simon Cowell.
Oh, absolutely.
Does that make sense?
And
I get it.
What's so cool about that guy is he gets it.
Mm-hmm.
He is so aware of people calling him an asshole.
That he embraced it.
He embraced it.
That's fine.
That's great.
I don't know. It pays his bills.
He's not oblivious to it.
No, and it pays his bills.
It pays his bills.
He gets paid to be an asshole.
He gets paid to be an asshole.
Oh my God, I love that job.
Is there a better way to make a living?
Other than what we're already doing? Not particularly.
So, yeah, there you go.
No, I get it.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We ought to just start slamming everything.
I am slamming everything. What the fuck are you talking about? Actually, I think it's gonna do the thing.
What's next?
Fuck you talking about slamming everything.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's wrap
We're
up.
running.
Yeah, let's wrap up.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, that's it, folks. I was your host, Bel-E.
And I was your co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Goodbye.
Get out.